You're listening to Turi Writer's She Said What podcast. I'm Turi, along with Marcy Persky. How's it going post-Thanksgiving at your house? Got any adult children hanging around? Want to trade? How are you?
For some reason, my surgical recovery this time has been a lot harder than the last two times.
Well, you look a little better, and at least your cast is off. I don't know if this happens to you. It seems like this is the same complaint I have every year when one of the cuties comes home for an extended period of time. I think that they think that somewhere above the door when they come in is the phrase, "We live to serve." Like the cops. We have solved the dirty socks all over the house problem. And that seems to make the big cutie feel that he is entitled to do other things because we have defeated the dirty socks. Every time I point out, for example, that there's a plate from breakfast sitting on the table at lunchtime, his breakfast, I will hear, but I didn't leave my dirty socks. Like that is a hall pass somehow. He'll make himself a bagel and he'll leave the cutting board and all the crumbs and the knife on the counter. I'll come down and I'll say, well, the cutting board is still here. And he'll say, well, I thought someone else might want it. And I said, how about you make us do that work if we decide we want it? How about you wash it and put it away? And then if we want it, we'll use it and we'll wash it and put it away. This time, he's got a new job and they're doing some stuff on Zoom, but he's staying in a room where the Wi-Fi is not so great. What do you suppose is his solution for this problem?
Sit on the stairs, maybe between the two levels where your Wi-Fi works and where it doesn't work so well.
Yeah, that would be your solution or my solution. But if you're a highly privileged, entitled 24-year-old, what do you think the solution is if your Wi-Fi where in the private bedroom where you are being put up is not to your liking? What would be the solution then?
I call the Wi-Fi place and order your own. I don't know.
Well, you're sort of down the right track, but if you don't, ordering your own, I mean that's some responsibility there.
Your parents' name.
Now you're getting warmer. Keep going.
Oh, no.
Keep going.
Oh no! What did he do? You buy a new phone?
He sat down at the table and he informed me that the Wi-Fi in his room the guest room where he's staying is insufficient and that I should reconfigure and call my cable company. Words that strike terror in anybody's heart. Call your cable company and make sure that I'm getting enough gigabytes to suit him. Or that I should reconfigure my studio and move the router. I mean, he's sitting with a straight face telling me, I'm like, we freaking work here. Your dad works here. I work here. You're visiting. This, by the way, the same kid who sat at my lunch table and informed me that now that he had the new job and they gave him a computer from work that he couldn't use for personal, rather than the inconvenience of bringing his laptop, which is newer than any of the computers we have here, and bought himself a brand new iPad. This same, nice. This same, and you know why he has all the money to do it? Because how much freaking privilege. That's why.
And see, your story is going to make my story sound even pettier.
No, wait, I'm not done yet. I am not done.
And then I've got a story.
He informs me that we should reconfigure our cable and that we should make sure that he has enough bars that he can do his work. And because we have so much freaking privilege, there's actually a little TV room next to his room where the reception is much better. And most of the work that he does lying down in his bed. So he could easily get out of his freaking guest bed, move over 20 feet to a room where there's absolutely perfectly fine. And when I suggested that he work from this room where the Wi-Fi is better because we have so much freaking privilege that we have these rooms, you know what he said?
No desk.
Yeah! We would need to buy him a desk. The sound that you hear next will be me pounding my head against my desk, to which apparently I have no right because it's inconvenient for him that he's not using it. So, and then, when I said, what the heck is this, that we're supposed to do everything for you? Why don't you buy yourself a $30 booster and see if that fixes your problem? And then the special unit made me angry by saying, well, we could do that for him. And then I lost my temper at both of them. This, by the way, this is a kid that at the age of 22 had to be informed that it would be a good idea to send his mother a birthday card or maybe buy her a Hanukkah present. This kid is living in his own little world, and I freaking paid for him to be able to do it. And I just consider myself an utter failure as a parent, and there's nothing you can say that will make me reconsider not speaking to him for the rest of the day.
You'll speak to him.
By the way, most of the time he's up here where the internet is great.
Yeah.
This is not a Hyatt hotel with big cutie name reservation. Show me your electric key. Like, where's your key to the electric lock to this room of this hotel that you think you're staying at?
Yeah.
You know what? He's going to leave here. He's going to leave me a review on Airbnb.
Okay, so along the same lines, ironically, okay, Frankie, my spousal unit, and I actually had a blow the roof off screaming fight last night.
No, that never happens at your house.
No, it not very often. It doesn't. We don't fight.
Happens at my house all the time, but never at your house. Never. No, what happened?
Well, he's having to do everything right now.
Right.
Because I can't do anything.
Right.
And actually, and he's even making me wear a mitten when he's around, because he gets really angry when he sees me try to use my right hand fingers. And my fingers are really swollen, but I can't stop because I'm right-handed. So I have to wear a mitten. That's it's frustrating for me. I'm unhappy. He's doing everything, and which I appreciate because I know he's listening, but he doesn't do it my way. Okay. And he's also lately gotten picky about things that I was picky about when I was confronted with them all the time. Case in point, okay? Dishes. We don't have a dishwasher here. We wash our dishes manually in the sink with the scrubby and with liquid soap. So, and we don't. Well, there's only two of us, but sometimes there's a third party who lives behind us, who comes in and has ice cream or drinks tea or whatever, and just leaves her whatever she just used in the sink instead of washing it herself.
Oh, where have I seen this before?
And so we had a talk with her right after my surgery, and remember, she just had surgery too. Not only is she in her third trimester, and I mean like hugely in her third trimester, she's in a brace that starts from like crotch to ankle. Between Eve and I, we have 3 arms and 3 legs. It's not a pretty sight. But last night he came home, and the first thing he said was, "Who had ice cream?" And I said, "Well, Eve made us Sundays in the afternoon because we were hungry." And then he just like, because that's what it sounded like, because I didn't have my hearing aids in. But I knew that
it was loud.
Yeah. And to me, it was petty because I'm going through all this other stuff right now,
Yeah.
But I was already like angry when he got home, not at him, but at the universe.
Right.
Because like our new couch hits me in the wrong spot so that my head is always like, I have my chin in my chest.
Oh, dear.
The other couch is really small, and it's like the dog's couch.
It's like Goldilocks at your house. This couch is too big. This couch is too small. There's the couch that's just right.
I can't sleep in our bed because I have no elevation on my arm in bed. So that means that I wake up at 2 a.m. and I'm up from 2 to 5, just like thinking bad thoughts. Because, so I am grumpy, I admit. Okay, so he's doing dishes, and he's complaining about that we had this talk with the child about when you use a dish, clean a dish. And if there's 2 other dishes in there, you can clean those too. So at this point in the day, which is 6 o'clock in the evening?
Yes.
To me, I don't really give a flying over the fact that there were 2 extra bowls in the sink and maybe 3 altogether. And so I yelled at him like
Ooh.
just like a heartbeat. Like I mean, no,
Like
even
me,
worse.
like a Tory.
Yes, like a Turi. I screamed at the top of my lungs that I can't believe you're complaining about dishes when I'm in all kinds of pain. And now he thinks my cast is too tight. That's why I'm crabby.
No, 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 it's not that. It's the feeling of powerlessness. That's really what this is.
It really is because normally, I mean, I would just say, okay, I'll talk to her. But which I did, but it was at the top of my lungs, and I'm not even sure if he could understand what I was saying because it's been so long. I don't yell. I'm not a
Would you like
yeller.
lessons? I can instruct you. I'm a very good yeller.
Actually, since I quit smoking, I've been working up to it bit by bit. But yes, we ended up in this major fight. He went to the workshop. I didn't see him. I tried to make myself a bed on this 3 foot long love seat, which wasn't very comfortable because immediately the bulldog and two cats had to come sit on top of me. Plus, my feet were hanging over the end. And I'm thinking, this just isn't right. I'm a short person. But the other couch, when I lay down on it, it's got those deep little cracks. And I've tried filling them up with everything. You know, like the dog rips out the stuffing from his stuffed animals, and I go get them and like I'm shoving them in the cracks to try and get so that my ribs are at least all in one spot. But yeah, no, lack of
I know
furniture.
what you need for an early Hanukkah present. You just
I
need
need my
somebody
chair back.
to order you a lazy boy or Barca lounger. Just pay the money and get. I mean, you bought a whole house for your kid. You just buy a freaking chair for yourself. This is
I need
ridiculous. I mean, here's the
some.
deal. Even if you get your arm fixed, something else,
Yeah.
knowing you, will break sooner or later, and
Do miss my chair.
something will go wrong. So just get the freaking chair. Just get
My
it.
debit card eating chair.
That's right. And this time it can actually eat your bank account because you'll have to pay for it that way. But just, this is the thing. I mean, it's not even about circling back to the big cutie. It's not even about the router. Thank God, I could buy him 10, $30 routers and it wouldn't completely impoverish us. But that's not the point. So the problem is you have to choose between making a point and screwing yourself or making your life easier and letting these people just go on as they do. And I think I've hit the wall. I think I will make my point and screw myself rather than just have a kid who at 24 years old needs to be reminded still that his parents' home is not set up for him as an office because we live here and he doesn't.
Well, I think you and Frankie need to like make a little club. You guys can just get this all out
The
of your
sick of your
system.
adult children club?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I'm just like I'm over it. I've decided that resistance is futile. I don't give them. I believe me, I don't give her everything, but it's the small stuff. It's easier for me to just do it myself.
Yeah, you know what? No.
I know. Well, you and Frankie. Frankie's like no
No,
too.
just no.
But I
Just
just
freaking no.
I'm the path of least resistance at this point in my life
And I
with
am
my
like those,
sore neck and my cast on my right
you
arm.
know, when the police throw out a bunch of tacks to stop a car that's trying
Yes.
to escape them, and so they get in front of it. I don't know if this happens in real life. It just happens in the cartoons where they throw out a bunch of tire exploding things across the road. I want to throw out those tire exploding things. I want to watch the wheels come off my adult child just once in my life. Just
Well, it
once.
sounds like he needs a pit maneuver. Look that up.
I know what that is. I actually do.
First night of Hanukkah, give him a box that says Acme on it.
He won't know what that is at all.
Oh, that's true. They're all too young, aren't they?
No, no idea about Acme. But I will tell you this: the idea that your responsibility ends at paying your own rent and buying your own fancy restaurant meals and going on your own fancy vacations. I mean, what did I raise? That's what I want to know. What did I
I don't
raise?
know if you have any say about it at all, because I think there's a lot of innocent people out there whose kids are serial killers.
I should be glad he's not a serial killer. That gives me great
Yeah,
comfort.
he could be on, on the slide. He could be out there like slitting throats, and it's not your fault at all.
I'm really glad he's not cutting strangers' throats or murdering pets. You've just changed my whole perspective. I'm now on the sunny side of the street. Thank you. You've been listening to Turi Writer's She Said What podcast. And you probably know about my book, She Said What? A Life on the Air. Now there's an audiobook, so you can have me with you on long drives or short commutes. And you can download it from Amazon. It also makes a lovely gift.